taking on the Carolina Panthers. The first of two on this Monday night, the Saints and Panthers underway from Charlotte. From his end zone, here's Rashid Shaheed. And he'll be brought down at the 28-yard line, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone gets him 3 more. They were trying to create some space to run. They created the penalty.
And you work on it so much. You work on it so hard. But it's tough to simulate game speed in practice. And that often runs you into a penalty.
In motion left is Thomas. Up the middle, it's Williams. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up. Well, this defense for the Panthers, terrific last week in the season-opening victory.
I have to admit, I was extremely impressed by what I saw on tape because they stayed in the face of the quarterback the entire game, ended up getting 4 sacks total, and made it difficult for him to step up and find receivers downfield. Also made it hard for him to escape the pocket and run.
In his 7th season now, here's Alvin Kamara. And just not a ton of room to work with. He'll get it to the 15 for a gain of 2.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
This defense looking for an early stop. This is 3rd down and 6. Carr going to throw. And that's going to be incomplete. The contact there enough. To jar that ball free, and it brings up 4th down. Here comes the Saints punter now. He'll kick it away after a 3-and-out on the opening drive of the game. So possession goes over here on the punt, and the Panthers will take over now 1st and 10. They run with a third-year man, Chuba Hubbard, and taken down just shy of the 40. You look at this Saints defense, and they find themselves just outside the top 10 in the league against the pass, currently bringing up the number 11 spot.
And from analyzing them and talking with their defensive coordinator, we know they have a full playbook. So look for them to mix up coverages, pressure one play, fall back the next. They'll do a lot of different things trying to confuse the offense.
From the 39-yard line, here comes second down at 6. It's Young off play action. Looking deep for Julio. And that nearly an interception here on this opening drive, but he gets a reprieve. It's third down.
Boy, that ball's just hanging up there waiting to be intercepted. That looked doomed from the start, but they took the deep shot anyway, and fortunately, it winds up incomplete.
So after the second down incompletion, they'll come up now against a 3rd and 6. Now Young. They're trying to find Chark, but it's intercepted. And the Saints are going to take over once again at their own 37-yard line. When the rookie QB gets his first touchdown pass, that's one you put in the trophy case. First career interception, that's going to be one he wants to forget.
Yeah, and he's not going to go ask for the football, right? Yeah, you can keep that one. The key for him, what does he learn from it? When he watches the tape, does he have an answer right now where he already understands what mistake he made? That's what the coaches are going to want to know, and that's what they'll grill him on and see how he grows from it.
Ball on the 39. Here's the 2nd and 8. Now Carr. Thomas, well, that was a great catch. And he has a big gain inside the 40 before being dropped. 22 yards there, a first down. That's his first catch of the game, and an impressive one against multiple defenders.
And how about that start? Really aggressive. Yeah, there was double coverage out there, but that didn't stop them at all. They went right at it and defeated it on that play.
On play action, now Carr. And that's incomplete.
No sense risking anything there on first down. Even though he's still in the pocket, he had a receiver out to his side, so just put that in a spot where the only people who can make a play on it are the trainers and the coaches. Well done.
Now a play fake. Carr. He's going to let this go. Back of the end zone. That is caught by Olave. Touchdown, New Orleans. A great play there. His first touchdown of the new season. And the Saints use the early turnover to get on the board first here in this one. Extra point right down the middle. And that makes the score 7-0. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And there will not be a return here. It's a touchback, and it'll come out to the 25-yard line. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. They threw an interception the first time they had the football, wound up leading to a touchdown the other way. How do you approach drive number 2?
Going back to your game plan coming in, everyone has matchups that they like better than others. Where they think they have an advantage, dial up some of those plays. Try and go to those spots and get your offense moving.
Counting down toward the midway point in quarter 1. Young to throw it. Open receiver, that's Hayden Hurst, the tight end. That's a gain of 11. Would have been a first down if not for that penalty moments ago.
I know sometimes we can get fooled when we watch him make catches, as we just saw him do there, because he really looks like a wide receiver the way he goes about his business.
Yeah, 230, 240 range.
Yeah, not super huge. Maybe not counted on to be that inline point-of-attack blocker that we used to have in the good old days, but you can flex him out. You can run wide receiver routes with him. You can make him a primary target, and that's how he'll shred a defense.
It's a 5-yard gain, but they'll still be a yard short here with third down now looming.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the first down. They go play action. Young. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up fourth down. Carolina punt team out there led by Johnny Hecker. Deep for New Orleans is Rashid Shaheed. He was called on 3 times in the win last week as his first one here's away. It's a 43-yard punt, a return of 5. And the Saints will take over with a first down and 10. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. Now, early on, you know, Charles, every game could be called a measuring stick game. But I think when it comes within your division like this, it's a measuring stick game with a little extra intrigue.
I would agree with that totally, because all division games have a little extra to them. But I like where this game is situated, because at this stage of the season, it has that little extra juice, but at the same time, it's not.
All right, rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Dante Jackson picks it, and he'll take it across midfield to the 46-yard line. So this is something we didn't see at all from this offense in the victory last week. That's a turnover. They didn't have any, but giving the ball away here in the opening quarter.
I love the surprise in your voice, because it's exactly what you stated. Didn't see it last week, but it's a key to their win. And it'll be a key to this game as well, protecting the football. Didn't get it done there.
A little jet sweep to start the drive. And a strong run there as he'll take this all the way down to the 35. Boy, an effective play there, getting their wideouts involved in the run game.
And what they're always hoping on that type of a play, that they can get to the end of the line and have a chance to turn it upfield as he did there. That means they controlled the blocking and took care of the defensive end or the outside linebacker to give him that lane.
And it'll be intercepted. Marcus May with a pick. And the Saints are going to get the football here as the ball will come out to the 20. Second interception for him now here in this first half. And you got to think he's a rookie, Charles. How much does confidence start to become a factor?
I think that's a great question, because that's what they're going to check on when he gets to the sidelines. The coach is going to check on it. His teammates going to check on it, because when you haven't done it before, it's not something that's part of you. You got to see how you're going to react. Let's see how he bounces back.
Yeah, because 2 interceptions for him in college and a half. I mean, that just didn't happen. Buying time to his left. His throw incomplete. The target that time, Michael Thomas. And it's third down. When you look at this defense, they are number 2 in the NFL against the run right now, Charles.
We know it's only week 1, but the results look pretty good so far. The key is, can they do it week in and week out? Because right now, they're not awarding any championships or trophies after 1 week of performance. Got some nice young faces playing for them. Let's see if they can get this going.
They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on second down. Throwing now is Carr. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And they work this well upfield across the 45.
So many times in my career I've heard coaches talk about completions are one thing, but as long as we're there at the catch and we get guys on the ground, we can live with that. But if you're going to give up 10, 12, 15 yards after the catch, then your defense is going to be in a lot of trouble.
He's going to air one out. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
They decided the opportunity was there and launched a deep ball, but he was unable to get away from the defender. Couldn't create space, couldn't uncover the end of the route, and that one winds up incomplete.
Now Carr, after the incomplete pass, brings him up 2nd and 10. They'll look to throw again. That is hauled in by Michael Thomas. And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Panthers' 39. A new set of downs after a strong pickup of 16 yards.
Well, for teams that like to play man coverage, running corner routes can be tough on them because of the ability of getting into it. Sometimes you're squaring it off. Sometimes you're just rounding it. Sometimes there's a fake. Sometimes there's not. That makes it very, very difficult for a DB to stay with it.
Now a first down carry. It's Kamara. And he'll work it inside the 30 to the 29-yard line. That one on the guard, Cesar Ruiz. So following the hold, they're in a bit of a hole here with a 1st and 20. Now Carr. And he'll protect himself at the end here as he winds up getting pretty decent yardage. He'll get 5 out of the scramble. It's 2nd down. After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. Behind the sticks here with a 2nd and 15. They'll send a receiver in motion left. Carr to throw on 2nd down. It's caught. Smith. Give him a gain of 5 on the completion. And that brings up 3rd and a full 10 yards.
Good throw, good catch, but I really like the route. The drag and being able to run away from defenders, hard to stick with them for that long.
Yeah, better against man than zone, or?
Better against man, because now you're running away from someone and you're not running into a defensive player in another zone.
Throwing his Carr on 3rd down. He gets it left side to Johnson. And he'll be brought down at the 34, well short of the first down marker. And this one looks good. It is good. Right down the pipe, and that will extend their lead even further. Well, they already had the early lead, and they get the interception, Charles, and now they add 3 more with the field goal.
Yeah, they're in control of how this game is playing out so far. You mentioned the early lead. Now they're expanding on it, getting plays on both sides of the ball. A winning recipe if they can keep this up.
And he won't return this one. He'll go down to a knee, and they'll start at the 25. This Carolina offense at the line, ready to go. And 2 interceptions already here in this first half. That's got to affect him a little bit, right? He's got to be thinking about it.
He's got to be thinking about it, but most of the good ones, they find a way to put it aside. They're not happy about it by any stretch of the imagination, but they find a way to put it aside and continue to play their game.
Yeah. Can he put it aside? Let's find out. And he'll get this up just shy of the 30.
I feel like I could see what he was thinking on that carry. Wanted to follow that big tackle through the hole. Ended up only getting 4 yards on the carry. I think he had designs on that one being bigger.
56 to Mike, boys. 56. Check 56. Watch the twist. Watch the twist. Watch it.
Drill 52.
Now whistles. Flag down, and I believe one of the Panthers got moving early. And that false start penalty certainly not helping their cause here. Second down and long. From the shotgun, it's Young. He'll get this to the rookie, Jonathan Mingo. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Rookie to rookie on the hook up there, and it's a first down. Young off the play fake. And he'll let this one go deep for Chark. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete. The Panthers at 1-0 on the year following the win in Week 1. And they were able to get that road victory in the opener. Now they look to get to 2-0 in front of the home crowd.
And look, any road win in the NFL, that's huge. But when you do it Week 1, that gets you pointed in the right direction and sends notice to the rest of the league that you mean business.
So that time they got the left guard with a hold.
And let's face it, in today's ball, you might have that 330-pound guy you're supposed to clear out of there. You might need a little bit of extra help by grabbing the jersey and trying to ride him out.
That throw by Young incomplete.
With a rookie quarterback out there, you're definitely going to find out how he handles adversity, because this one so far hasn't gone according to plan. He's got to fight through it and show him what he's made of.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. Throwing, Young. And connecting here with DJ Chark. And he's going to be out of bounds right at midfield. They'll wind up with 17 on that one, but they're still a bit short here for fourth.
There's another example what defensive coaches constantly preach, not allowing any run after the catch. They give up a few more yards than they wanted to, but they were able to get him down quickly and force a fourth down.
Now Young on fourth down. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. Facing a fourth down, they come away with 18 yards and the first down conversion. A nice throw right there. And, Charles, this is game number 2 in the NFL for this young rookie. His guys getting the victory last week, and he played pretty well by most accounts. Curious, what did you see?
I saw something similar to what you described, Brandon, because I saw a guy who looked the part, a guy who was in command, not just with the touchdown passes, but definitely looked to be in control of the offense as well. And you and I both know that's often uncommon for a rookie quarterback.
On second down, here's a run with Hubbard. And he will take it across for a Panthers touchdown. Chuba Hubbard, his first rushing touchdown on the year. And the Panthers are back within a score. Piñeiro's extra point up and good. And that'll cut it to 3 at 10-7. The Carolina kick team is out there ready to go, and they kick this one away. Well, from deep in the end zone, he's going to bring this out. And no chance to get away as they'll get him down at about the 17-yard line. Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. Last time out, you remember their drive stalled, but thanks to their kicker, booted a long field goal to at least get them 3. Now here they'll try to do better and find the end zone.
And in our experience, how much fun is it for coaches to know that they've got a kicker who can nail it from long distance? Now, the hard part is, as an offensive play caller, you don't want that in your head too much where you're relying on it, and he goes out and gets the job done for them. But I'm quite sure he would be content to just kick extra points from here on out.
Yeah, absolutely no question. I think his teammates would be okay with him just kicking the extra points as well. And he's going to lose yardage and be backed up to the 25. Now, after the loss, he'll have to navigate a 2nd and 17. Here's Carr to throw. Now, quick throw there, going to be batted away and incomplete.
This is what defensive coaches ask of their defenders every single ball game. Get a hand on every throw in coverage. They want the deflections. They want the knockaways. Pick it yourself if you can, but at least knock it down and guarantee it's incomplete.
The offense on 3rd down tonight, just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 17. To throw, it's Carr. Looking long for Thomas. That is incomplete.
1 first down here, and that's all, folks. Good work by this defense to hold things in check and force a punting situation.
On 4th down, the punt team is on as this is sent away. Fielded just inside the 30. 1:55 left to go in the first half of play. Coming up at halftime, I'll go from one personality, that's you, Charles Davis, to another one in Orlando, the coach. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL. You and Jonathan Coachman both larger than life.
No doubt about it.
But you're stuck with me in this booth,
yes,
and he's miles away and smiling.
And happy.
A gain of 3, 2nd down.
Yeah, I don't know if it's exactly a win-win, but if you're on offense, you'll take that kind of a run, all right? It was kind of stacked up, found a little bit of yardage, and frankly, they're pretty close to staying on schedule on offense. The playbook is still open for the coordinator.
They'll come up 2nd and 7. On play action, Young. He'll air one out deep for Mingo. Young is intercepted for the 3rd time this game. Marcus May with a pick. And the Saints are going to have the short field here as they'll take over right at the 50.
I think he thought he had his first read open on that one, but they were obviously ready for that throw, and that's just a lack of experience showing. Young quarterback stared his man down the whole way, and they were more than happy to sit on that route and bring home the INT.
Kamara up the middle. And he's going to get this one down to the 45. Ball placed at the 45 for 2nd and 5. They fake the handoff. Now Carr. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
Certainly looked like maybe his 3rd or his 4th read on his progression. Just trying to find his outlet man that time. Ends up leading him just a bit too much.
They come up now 3rd and 5 following the incomplete pass. Here's Carr. Oh, a leap, and he will make the catch. That gain on 3rd down, good for 28. The Saints going to call the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play. Working with the lead, trying to get to 2-0. Here's 1st and 10. They'll pound it up the middle with Kamara. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2. All right, so they got that one, Charles, against the center.
And let's remember how difficult it is for the center, because remember, he's got to snap the ball to put the play in motion, and sometimes you got that big guy on your nose. You got sometimes where he's coming at you at an angle. It's a difficult job for him to snap the ball and then execute his block.
They'll get this out to Kamara, and he'll get it here to the 10-yard line. Now we'll get a quick timeout called by New Orleans, number 2, as the clock will stop with 21 seconds to go here in the first half. 2nd and 2. First down marker at the 8. They'll run out of the gun with Kamara. And he'll be brought down this time at the 5-yard line. Try to pound it in, Kamara. And he'll get it down close to the goal line, but not quite in. And we're going to get a timeout with 2 seconds remaining in the second quarter. Second and goal from the 1. And they'll run it here. And he'll take it into the end zone for the Saints touchdown. A great effort there as time expires in the first half. And the Saints will extend their lead on the final play of the half. Point after, right down the middle. And that will take us to the end of the first half of play. That's it for the first half. 2 more quarters to go. We'll have plenty more to see after the break. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. A 10-point game, 17-7 the score as we get back to it on EA Sports. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. Charles, it'll be interesting to see what adjustments this offense made in the locker room. Haven't really been able to get anything going offensively, virtually nothing in the ground attack either. So certainly something has to change here in quarter 3.
And I'm pretty sure their friends from the defensive side of the ball told them exactly that, because those guys, the stop troops, they've been playing pretty well. They've kept them around in this game. Now they got some time. The running game struggled in the first half. Opposition knows how to focus on defending the pass here. They've got to re-energize that ground game and maybe open things up for a comeback here in this half.
That one covers 29 yards, first down.
And that's one of the better plays we've seen this offense put together so far. They haven't been able to get on track much at all. But listen, they're only down a couple of scores with the rest of this quarter and the entire fourth remaining. So stranger things have happened.
And they'll run on first down with Hubbard. And he gets forward up the middle, but only for a couple. It'll be second down.
Certainly a nice job there by the defense rallying to the football and getting him on the ground. But I think the play gets made by the defensive front, because if they can't get upfield, their job is to go ahead and get low, almost get into a ball sometimes, stack things up, and make it difficult for the runner to find a hole.
A quick throw there is incomplete.
Just what they need, a lecture from me, but subpar offense is what helped get them into this spot. And now they're continuing the trend with incompletions. That won't get them out of it if they don't change something soon.
Short throw underneath to Hurst. And they're able to get this one past the 30 to the 25-yard line. A good-looking drive so far for the Panthers and a first down here. Now a give. It's Hubbard going left. And he'll get what he can up the middle, 3 yards. And that'll bring up second down. Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
Second down, another chance for Hubbard. And he is going to lose yardage here. He lost 4 there, and it's 3rd down. Continues to be a struggle for this offense and this home crowd. They're growing a little restless here in the second half.
And I think they've just got to look at how they're trying to move the football. Yeah, you want to run it, but maybe you spread it out, maybe some swing.
And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. Isaac Yedem picks it. And the Saints are going to take possession here at their own 3-yard line. So it was a drive that had real promise here to begin the 3rd quarter, but ultimately derailed by the INT.
And that was the position you wanted to be in. Coming out to start this 3rd quarter, get a nice drive going, looking for the end zone. Possibly got a little bit too greedy right there.
Give him 3 on 1st down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7. On play action, it's Carr. He'll air it out deep for Thomas. Oh, and that is incomplete.
That's some good closing speed there defensively because that looked open for a minute. That's great work with the ball in the air. Never gave up, converged on his man, and broke the play up.
They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on 2nd down. Play action. Now it's Carr. He's got his target. That's complete. And way up past the 35 before he's taken down. That goes for a gain of 31.
Another big play right there. And this is where, as an offense, you can really put the hammer down. You've got a double-digit lead, but those other guys, they've been hanging around. A touchdown here could put this game out of reach. And
there he goes, right side. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. 36 yards on the play. So now then, the big play has him all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. A give. This is Kamara. J.C. Horn up to make the tackle.
That's a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high. They don't have great leverage, and they're easily blocked and turned to the side.
Now Carr throwing on 2nd down. Throwing out right here, caught by Olave. And able to get this down inside the 15, either the 13 or 14 before he's out of bounds. From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10. Into the red zone, it's Carr. That's into a crowd and intercepted. It's C.J. Henderson picking it off. And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race.
What a play. What a play.
And he will bring this one back. It's a pick 6 for a Panther touchdown. Pinheiro now to add the extra point. And this is up and good to make it a 17-14 game. So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And they'll get him down right around the 25, actually the 26 officially, so a net gain of 1 there. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. The last time, everything looked pretty good except that final play on the pick 6. And now they've got to come right back out here, Charles, and try to pick up the pieces and get things going again.
Yeah, it certainly seems dire, doesn't it? But there is a silver lining, and it is hard to see so soon after that touchdown. But the game plan was definitely working. They were generating offense, had the ball beyond midfield, getting wins on each down against the defense. So they are moving it well. They just have to hang on to it.
Yeah, as you said, though, probably tough to remember those good things on that last drive when it ended like it did. They still need about the length of the football here, maybe a little less as they come up on 2nd and inches. Meanwhile, Carr's throw complete there to Johnson. His 5th catch tonight, and it's good for a 1st down.
Good catch and a 1st down by Johnson, who's really benefited from a move to tight end the last 2 seasons. Over 500 yards and a team-leading 7 touchdown catches last year. Feels like we haven't even seen the best of him yet.
are now on first down. Pressure comes in. He's brought down. It's a Panther sack. On second down, Kamara. And he'll be tackled at about the 35. Give him 4 yards there, but still in a big hole. 3rd and long.
But really, that was no surprise there. They've been running it well all game. And I know goals change all the time, but any team will take that type of run each and every time.
They need 18 yards here on 3rd down. Now Carr. And that would not to be. It's incomplete. So they couldn't hook up as time has now run out on this 3rd quarter of play. Here comes the Saints punter now, as he'll come on to kick this one away. He's averaging just under 50 yards a punt as he gets this away. Return that time. 18 yards. And it will be the Panthers' ball, 1st and 10. You don't see that too often, Charles. He punted that away and then hustled up to make the stop as well.
Yeah, because oftentimes they serve as their own safety after punting it. You want to be the last guy, but he decided to get involved in the action, didn't he? And what a spark that's got to provide for the rest of his team when they see their punter out there making a nice hit.
2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down.
I don't think any of us were surprised that they decided to start this drive on the ground after the last 2 drives ended in interceptions.
Unfortunately, though, not a lot going on that first play.
Yeah, I think the anticipation was felt also by the defense.
Ball on the 40 now. Here's 2nd down and 8. A play fake. Now Young. He gets this one to Hubbard, complete. Room to maneuver at the 35. And all the way down to the 33-yard line. That'll wind up a gain of 27 on the catch and run.
And here we are in the 4th quarter, partner, to watch them drive for what would be a go-ahead touchdown. And you and I both know this is where you need a quarterback who can keep his cool back there. Not just for himself, but to keep the rest of the team relaxed too.
Looking downfield for Jones. And this is going to be intercepted. Marcus May with a pick. And the Saints are going to take possession here. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 20-yard line. Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. Another important 4th quarter series coming up. That last INT helping to maintain their slim advantage. And he's going to get 7 out of this before being taken down at the 27. Got to figure now, after getting that turnover, they're just going to be happy to keep the ball on the ground, right?
This is where covering the football, taking care of the ball, all the ball security terms that have ever been used, they come into play for the guys on offense right now. Just take care of it, and they've got a good chance of ending up winning this game.
And he'll get it up to the 33-yard line. 75 yards rushing now for Kamara, and it's a 1st down.
Well, that's a carry they have to be satisfied with, and throughout this game, they've been satisfied with what he's given them. Whenever they've needed a big run, a 1st down, he's the guy they've turned to. And it doesn't matter what the defense thinks. They feel like they've got the confidence to keep handing it to him and keep picking up good yardage.
And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the 1st down run. He gets maybe 3.
That's it. That's what you want. Straight ahead positive gain. Just keep that clock ticking.
Williams going to get it again on 2nd down. And good running there as he'll take this all the way up to midfield. So they cite the right guard this time with a holding penalty.
And so many different assignments you can have at that position, and sometimes you might just be a step too late and have to grab and hold on.
They'll come up now on a 2nd and long after the hold. Following the penalty, it's Williams. And they take him down, losing yardage back at the 27. 1 yard is the loss. They back up even further to a 3rd and 15.
I think it's pretty evident we can say what a difference a week makes. Last week, He ran pretty much wild, didn't he? Did pretty much what he wanted to do. But this one, they've stopped him cold. That, to me, that's good scouting and even better execution.
Yeah, and they stopped him behind the line right there. They obviously watched the tape a few times and made some adjustments. Now a shot taken on third down, but it's going to wind up incomplete. Critical play in this football game, because if they pick up the first there, that clock keeps rolling.
Has to be a little frustrating for them because they know that if they pick up a first down there and continue to eat away at the clock, really increases their chances of closing this one out. Now they're likely going to have to give the football up and sweat it out on the sideline.
So holding there on the return, and that'll back them up to start the next drive.
Yeah, that's a pretty easy call right there, partner. I think when the officials look in their manual and see the expression, jersey getting pulled, that's a flag coming out every time.
They'll give this to Hubbard running right. He's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on first down.
I'd say it's pretty good strategy. If you throw interceptions on back-to-back drives, let's see if the running backs can handle the ball a little bit, get things going. And also, you motivate your offensive line. I think they're in the mood to fire out and hit someone.
I thought the defense, though, might be a little more prepared for that. This is caught inside the 15. Touchdown, Carolina. DJ Chark. His second touchdown on the season. And the Panthers use the defensive breakdown to take the lead away here in the fourth. Piñeiro's extra point up and good. And that will make this a 4-point game. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. And now they'll look to answer working from behind. And remember, this offense has sputtered yet to score here in the second half. They'll need to change that here. Shaq Thompson on the tackle that time. But not much on that run, Charles.
No, that's exactly the way to execute a run blitz there. They guessed correctly that they would move the ball on the ground, honed in on it, and stopped them. Mark that down for a win in the defense's column.
And he'll get about 3 here as he's out to the 30. So that run play nullified by the holding call on the tight end.
Yeah, I just think he needs to get off the ball a lot quicker and get into the block a little bit more effectively. Then he doesn't have to reach and grab and try and hold on.
On the ground, Benjamin. And he's going to get 7 out of this before being taken down at the 27.
And after that type of a run, there's some talking going on down on the field, but it's not trash talking. The guy who just carried the ball, he's going back and telling his offensive line, great job, keep it up, and we'll break that one soon.
Carr now to throw. And that is incomplete.
Got to be wary of throwing an interception here because the defense knows they're going to get tested deep. That's why they're going to put a couple of extra guys back there to try and prevent that.
Yeah, late in the fourth quarter here, trying to preserve the lead. Well, you need your best play here, no doubt. 4th down and 8. Now Carr, gotta have this one. He'll find Shaheed out to the right. And now this is going to depend on the spot. And they say he's just short. The Saints' decision to go for it backfires. And the Panthers are going to get it back in excellent field position. A give running right, it's Hubbard. And he'll get it down inside the 30 to the 29-yard line. Fourth quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a one-score game. So it's Panther football as we welcome you back. 2nd and 5. They've got a 2nd down now as they search for a way to get this one to the finish line. Another run on 2nd down, trying to cover up. And now we'll see a timeout used on defense as they stop it right out of the break with 1:57 to go in the ballgame. And now the question everyone's wondering, look at the clock, late fourth quarter, do they put the ball in the air here on third?
I don't. I run the football, and I tell my offensive line, no leakage up front. I don't want my running back hit as I hand the ball off to him. I don't want any type of an issue. But if I am going to throw it, quick throw, out to the perimeter, maybe one of my best receivers running a quick slant or something like that.
Well, the other day they told us when we've got 3rd and 5 or less, we have to be able to convert. And I guess every team would say that, Charles, but an opportunity missed there.
What they were trying to tell us is they believe it's a matchup game at that point. And they liked some matchups that they had, thought they could exploit them, unable to do so on that play.
So the big return had them fired up, but in the end, the offense stalls out. They only muster 3.
Yeah, the excitement was there after the return, but they didn't move the ball at all after that. They didn't even get a first down.
Now this will be returned from deep in the end zone. And he'll be brought down shy of the 20, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone, not a good one. Here's 1st and 10. They begin on the ground with Kamara. And he'll be corralled right around the 34. Probably had 60,000 thinking pass right there, including us in the booth.
Yeah, no doubt about it. That was a big call, big guts on that one. And guess what? That run, it'll pay dividends.
Plenty of time and 2 timeouts still at their disposal. 1st and 10 here. Here's Carr. Flush to his right. And he goes out right around the 39.
I think the defense surprised him there with that blitz on 1st down, but give him credit. Stayed cool under pressure and still found a way through the extra rushers for positive yardage. Well done.
Throwing his Carr. He's got his target. It's Olave. And getting this just shy of midfield. They'll spot it at the 49. The busy night continues for Kamara. And just 1 yard here from the 49 to the 50. Now we'll get a quick timeout called by New Orleans, number 2. As the clock shows 50 seconds to play here in quarter number 4. They'll come up now. 2nd and 9. Carr. And that one to the right side and incomplete. 3rd and long coming up. Defensively, you pressure the quarterback or drape all over the passing lane?
Yes, that's exactly what you do. It's both because they're not mutually exclusive. They may have been at one time in football, but not anymore. You want to have that pressure. And if you have a big-time pass rusher, send him after the quarterback and then make sure you blanket the field.
Now Carr. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he's going to get out of bounds with the 1st down. So an ideal set of circumstances there. They move the chains, and they save that final timeout. That's what they need right now. Get the 1st down, get out of bounds, stop the clock.
Just playing smart football, understanding the situation, making the plays necessary, and making sure that clock stops at every opportunity.
Carr to throw. He's going to let it go deep for the end zone. And it's caught. It's a touchdown. So they rally here in the final minute, and they're an extra point away from tying this game. Well, he's regarded as one of the best athletes among NFL tight ends, Charles, and it certainly was on display right there.
And as we've seen this league continue to grow and develop, I think the tight end position is becoming...
And now remember, all touchdowns are reviewed, and in a tight game like this, they're going to take a good long look at it. A big spot now for the Saints as they'll indeed go for 2.
Kill, kill, kill. Rush in, rush in, rush in. Express.
And now whistles here and a flag down. Looked like someone got going a little early. The crowd's not doing that O-line any favors.
Home field advantage is really kicking in, making it very difficult for them to hear the snap count.
Don't forget the extra point. It's up and good. And, partner, we've got a tie game here in the fourth. This one, all we could have asked for. All tied, final minute as the kick's away here. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. This is 1st and 10. Here's Young. Looking deep for Julio. And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's 2nd down.
They geared up and took the deep shot downfield, but it turned out it wasn't one-on-one coverage. Extra defenders in the area, and that one winds up incomplete.
On the handoff, running left is Hubbard. Oh, what a nice tackle there. That will hardly move the needle at all offensively. A very short game.
Well, that's a good start to this drive on the defensive side of the ball.
And force the incompletion on 1st down. Then you're able to shut down the running play on 2nd.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised now. A little bit of pressure going at the quarterback in an expected passing situation.
38, 10 cycles.
Now Young. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. It's a little teaching moment here. Overtime rules. Remind us how this goes, partner.
Okay, so in the past, we had sudden death. First team to score wins, but no longer. Now, if the team receives the ball, scores a touchdown, they win the game. If they kick a field goal, though, or don't score, the other team gets a possession. And after both teams get a possession, then we're into sudden death. First team to score wins the game.
Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. And everyone knows the OT rules, Charles, but pretty simple formula. They go down and get a field goal, we continue play, but if they can find the end zone on this possession, ball game over.
And as meticulously as all teams plan for a game, I don't doubt for a second on that offense coordinator's play sheet, he's got some overtime plays that he wants to run. I know it sounds crazy, but they plan for everything. 1st and 10 all the way throughout the game, 2nd and 7, whatever. Right now, he's looking at that play sheet saying, if we get to overtime, what can we break out that they haven't seen?
4 yards on the pickup there, and now they're left with a 3rd and 8.
When you find that kind of yardage, you couldn't be more confident as a ball carrier. And guess what? You're going to go back and tell your offensive coordinator, I'd like to keep carrying it, thank you.
3rd and 8 situation. A tough spot here in overtime on the opening drive. First throw of overtime for Carr. They'll set up the screen now to Kamara. Oh, he shifts past him. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. It's a gain of 26 as they pick up the first down in the process.
And when you have success throwing the football, the old cliche becomes true. The playbook opens up wide, and these screen passes, they become even more difficult to stop.
Kamara try the right side. Oh, fighting off the defender. And now off to the races down the right side. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. 121 yards rushing for him now as he is just trying to will his guys to an overtime victory. So the big play means just like that, they'll operate from the red zone now on 1st down. They stay on the ground. This time it's Williams. Able to fight for about 4 yards there to the 13. I don't want to overhype it, but this is a big early season game, especially an overtime win. That can give you a big boost going forward in the season.
It certainly can, and I don't think you're overhyping it because cliches go out the window when you start to play overtime. And you're right, the winner of this game now, that's an extra boost moving forward, and it actually is an extra hurt for the team that loses because normally you shake it off, but in this situation, it lingers a little bit longer.
2 minutes left in this overtime session, and still all tied. Play number 7 now coming up on the drive. 3rd and 5. Up the middle, it's Williams. And he's brought down short. 2 yards there, needed 4. And I know you, with every carry, especially in overtime, you're just saying, if you're that ball carrier, hold on to the football.
Hold on to it, protect it, but not necessarily settling, because you're trying to get to the end zone. You're trying to end the game right here. And I know the defensive guys poking, clawing, raking, trying to knock the ball free and protect their end zone.
Yeah, like you alluded to, especially this part of the field. So a big move here, playing to win in overtime. They're going to go for it on 4th down. An audible here to get a new look. Carr to throw for it on 4th down. And this will be caught. It's a touchdown. An absolute stunned silence here as they have come in and stolen this one in overtime. So it's a win here for the Saints. And it was Derek Carr, Charles, who